Hello my crafty friends, it's Terry from Vig Says Creates, back with another crafty card making video for you. So today I'm going to be playing with a new set that I've been wanting to play with for a while but I haven't, and it's from Concord 9th, Bloom's Turnabout stamp. So basically there are two stamps included, one with foliage, leaves, and the other one with flowers. It also comes with a range of nice sentiments actually, and it shows you that basically it comes with these two grid transparencies, so like they're acetate sheets where you line up the centre point. So I've chosen 4 different greens and 4 different sort of pink and peachy tones, and I'm going to attempt this. So I've never done it before. The stamp is used. I bought it secondhand a while ago, and I just haven't got around to using it. So, but I've seen other crafters. Jennifer Maguire, I go on about her quite a lot, but she's a big source of inspiration to me, both as a crafter and as a person. In general, I think she's just such a lovely person, but I've seen her use these turnabout stamps quite a bit, and so I'm really excited to try this. So the idea is, I think, so I've cut a 6x6 sheet of Nina Classic Crest Solar White card, which is good for stamping, and it's 216 GSM, so it's not too heavyweight. And then so it seems to be a rather simple process, that you arrange the one stamp and then you turn it around, and then you turn it around well, four times all in all. So I just need to line up. Okay, it looks like these line up here. And that lines up here. So you sort of use the transparency to line everything up in between each time. It's very sticky. It's photopolymer, which I love, but it is very sticky, which is good because it sticks to the stamping platform well, and it will stamp beautifully. So there we go, I've stuck that down on there. Seems to be all about pretty much even. So it's in the corner. I'm going to use some magnets to make sure it stays in the same place, and then pick it up with my lid. Okay, so then we remove this for the moment. Let's just check where I need to position magnets. Okay, so because it's stamping at the top this time, I'm going to put my magnets at the bottom. I've just realised this stamp looks a little bit, got some fluffy bits on and stuff, but I think it's just in the not the stamping bits, if you know what I mean, the bits in between. So let's go ahead. So the first colour I'm going to use is, well, they're all Prism Inks, and I've chosen these colours because I've got the full set of Prism Inks by Hunky Dory. They stamp really well, and the full set is 36, so there's a really good range of colours. So there's, you know, like way more than 4 greens, but I've got lots of options. I've got various brands of inks, which are useful for different things, but these ones, they are lovely for stamping like flat images like this, and I say they come in a good range of colours. So if you're looking for new ink pads, you know, I would recommend these. I think they're really good, and I got them when they were on offer, so they were a really good price. That's stamped pretty well, but I'm just going to go ahead and double stamp it. I find that I often do that just to sort of make sure that I get like quite a vibrant result. But I learnt my most recent video, I used my Ultinew ink cubes, and with them it appears a bit splodgy with the first stamp. So I double stamped everything, but then I realised that actually it smooths out, so you don't need to. Right, so I'm going to turn my card round. I'm going to clean the stamp off with a baby wipe. So I'm going to need to clean it off with a baby wipe and just wipe it down with a microfiber cloth between each go, so I don't transfer any inks. So hopefully if you've never done any turnabout stamping before, hopefully this will be of interest to you and you might pick up some tips. I could have sworn this was 6 by 6 inch square as well, which is what the acetate is, so I don't know why. Yeah, the acetate is 6 by 6 square, which is why I cut the card to be the same. Oh, it's a fraction under. Okay, so I think my panel is a fraction under 6 by 6. So I think that might be what the problem is. Okay, I think I know how to fix this now. So I assumed, so the panel needs to be the same size basically. So I need to trim off this and trim off this, and then each time it turns round it's going to be in the correct position, so that's fine. So I'm just off camera doing this on my guillotine, you know, and I think it's good that obviously I'm doing this for the first time, and if you haven't tried this, hopefully this will help you, you know, if you're, you know, there's no instructions in the pack. I don't know if there were instructions included in the original pack, but they weren't in the pack that I got, which was second hand. So, you know, hopefully this is helpful to anyone trying this for the first time. So we need to make sure that the card panel is the same size as the grid transparency, otherwise the leaves are going to be off. Okay, so if I get that back on there, there we go, that lifts off, and then I rotate this one turn, and then yeah, that's it. See, nothing's overlapping, because before this was sort of overlapping onto that green one, and it's still the case that I need my things down here. Okay, so the first one I used was, did I say apple green or spring meadow? I can't remember now. I think it was apple green. So this one's spring meadow. But it's such a beautiful effect with all the foliage and the florals, and you don't have to use them both together. You could just use it to create a foliage background or a floral background. Oh, look at that. See the way it's lined up perfectly. That looks gorgeous. Yeah, so it's really versatile. And I'm really quite enjoying making my own sort of background panels rather than using patterned paper at the moment. I mean, I do love patterned paper, don't get me wrong. But I am enjoying this sort of process of creating my own. So we just want to make sure that that's dry and not still wet, obviously, so that it absorbs the so that the water doesn't interact with the dye ink and dilute it or anything. That feels fine. Okay, so then we rotate it one more time, one more turn. Where are the stamps going to be this time? Okay, at the top. So we still need the magnets positioned at the bottom. So this time I'm going to use, in fact I'm doing it sort of from darkest to lightest. So the next colour I'm going to use is Rainforest Green. Now I will obviously when I'm editing this video down, what I'll do, rather than make you watch every single bit of me stamping and cleaning off the thing, obviously I'll edit that out, so you just get to see the progression of the panel as the new inks are added. Oh, it looks so pretty. I'm wondering whether people have any favourite inks that they like to use for stamping with. I mean, I love distress inks, and I'm trying to build my collection of distress oxides, so I haven't got that many at the moment, but I've got quite a few distress inks and I do really like them. But I find that for stamping, what am I doing? I find that for stamping they don't necessarily give the best results. I just love them for building background techniques, so I've used them quite a few times to create like galaxy kind of backgrounds and things. But for stamping, like something like this, when I've used them in the past, it's turned out okay, but I think because they're like water reactive, like they're better for other uses, other applications. Okay, so I'm guessing, yeah, so every time it's just placing the magnets at the bottom. So the last colour I'm going to use is Evergreen. And then I am going to use the flowers on this, the flower stamp, and the colours I've chosen for that are sort of pink and peach tones. So I'm really pleased with that background. I think it looks lovely, and obviously as the colours dry they'll soften and smooth out and it'll look even better. So I'm really pleased with that. And what I always like to do, just for a little tip, is I'll sort of clean off the front of the stamp when I'm finished with it, or sort of dry it off, clean it off, and then I place it back on the packaging in the exact same place in order to dry. So in that way, like, I don't lose anything, and things are always where they should be. Okay, so now we have our flower transparency. So it's really helpful because it says this side up and center point rotation. So again, because the because the card panel is the exact same size, that's really handy. So I'm going to put these on here, and then we're going to take our floral large stamp and get that positioned correctly. So let's start from the bottom again. So this one's got like cute little dots with it as well. Just takes a few moments just to get this positioned exactly, but obviously you only have to position it the once, and then it's done for the whole time. So the colours that I've chosen are Camellia Pink, Pink Jelly Bean, Flamingo Paradise and Apricot Sorbet. So I think I'm going to go from peach to pink. That's the way that I'm going to go. So I don't know why I haven't used this set before. It's gorgeous, and it's really quite simple to use, to be honest, once you've figured out, you know, the panel and stuff. Okay, that obviously went slightly off because it's slightly wonky, but never mind. Right, I'm going to turn it around to get it in the correct position. So the last colour we're using is Camellia Pink. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I really don't think I needed to double stamp this at all. Yeah, I won't with the next one. So what I'll do is I'll make 2 panels and then create 2 cards from them, because it just makes sense while I've got the supplies out that I make a couple of cards and just, you know, make them a bit different from each other. I could do some more birthday cards in my stash, so I think I'll make you know, one with sort of, this is quite pink, so I'll make one with like different colourways, like blues and greys. Oh, I quite like that colourway, blue and grey, maybe even a purple. I'll have a look in my swatch book. And this way I'll keep the we'll start off with the flowers, because there's no need to, you know, you can start off with either or really, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I shall pick some more colours and I'll be back in a mo. Okay, so for this second go I've gone for Sage Grey, Thundercloud, Arctic Mist and Ocean Spray for the leaves and foliage. And then for the flowers, I've gone for Peacock Green, Periwinkle, Blue Lagoon and Mauve Moment. So a sort of grey, teal, blue and a slight bit of purple. I think that'll look really nice. Stunning. Some, oh yeah, lovely. Some of my favourite sort of colours are in this collection. So yeah, I really like that panel as well. So what I'm going to do now is choose some sentiments and turn these into cards. So I'm going to be back just in a fraction of a moment with some finished cards for you. And here we go, my friends, back with the finished cards. So I trimmed, I got 2 6x6 card blanks from Tonic Craft Perfect and trimmed them down slightly, so as the panels were slightly smaller than 6x6, and I adhered them on using liquid glue. And then, as it's been my mission to sort of try and use up products that I haven't, that I've bought but I haven't had a chance to use yet, I have a few of these stamps and die sets from Gemini, Crafter's Companion, where it's got a big word and then photopolymer stamps that you can use. So I decided to make both of these happy birthday cards. As I said, I'm running low on happy birthday cards and it's always good to have them in your stash. So I stamped. Sometimes people ask whether I stamp or ask people whether they stamp first and then die cut or do it the other way around. Well, for these I stamped first and then die cut around them. You can see that they're both not exactly the same. This one, the stamp is a bit lower, but it works well on both of them anyway. So I used the birthday from the set, and I say they're photopolymer stamps, which I really like, and then I mounted them on little banners which I made using colours that were from the card. So this one was the Sage Grey. I just swiped the ink pad across a bit of card and matted it and created a little fishtail. And then this one was the Flamingo Pink. And then I had some of these little embellishments, the sort of half faux pearls, which I've put at the centre of all the large flowers. And then for this one, I had some Altenew little embellishments, so I've used them in a range of different colours. Some are shiny and some are matte, which you can just about see they've sort of got a matte effect. So just a bit of variation. So 2 similar cards, but different, and there's just, the possibilities are endless with the colour combinations, and obviously I've used them in quite a simple way. But I mean, you could trim these panels down because they're large. They're 6x6. You know, you could create a mini slimline card, or use a, you know, sort of trim it down to fit on a 4¼ by 5½ inch note card. The possibilities are endless. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please use your thumbs and subscribe. That'd be great. It'd be great to have you on board. Any questions or comments that you have, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll always get back to you. So stay safe, everybody. Take care, and I'll see and speak to you again soon. Bye.